All right, strap in, everybody. Let's dive deep into AI,
Yeah, things are getting pretty wild in the AI world lately.
especially with OpenAI. They're really going all in on making ChatGPT everywhere, like literally everywhere.
Yeah, like even in your WhatsApp.
Yeah, so like picture this. You're texting your friend and you've got ChatGPT right there in the same app. Like
Hmm.
just imagine the
Yeah,
possibilities.
you can ask it anything, right? Get quick info or just mess around with it for fun,
Right, exactly. And you don't even need like a separate OpenAI account or anything.
which is pretty huge.
So, want to break down how it actually works.
Yeah, sure.
So it's super simple. You add ChatGPT as a contact, just like you'd add a friend's number.
Okay.
Their number is 1-800-242-8478, and then boom, you can just start texting ChatGPT.
Just like a regular contact.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and you know what's even crazier? You don't even need an internet connection.
I know, right? So think about that for people who don't have reliable internet access, or maybe they're not that tech savvy.
This could be a game changer, like opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
Totally. Of course, there are some limitations right now.
Right, yeah.
Like, for example, it's all text-based.
Mm-hmm.
No voice or video calls with ChatGPT just yet.
Maybe someday. Who knows?
And at first, you couldn't link your existing ChatGPT account,
Oh, really?
which seemed a bit strange, to be honest.
Yeah, that is a bit odd. But I think they're working on adding that feature.
Okay, good.
So they are thinking long term.
Yeah, it's like, what's the big picture here? OpenAI is making some serious moves.
It feels like they're trying to make AI a normal part of our everyday lives.
Right. It's not just some techie thing anymore.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to weave it into the fabric of how we communicate.
Exactly. And that brings up a really interesting question. What about the other big messaging platforms?
Right.
What about like Telegram, Messenger, Instagram?
They're all going to have to respond somehow, right?
Exactly. Like, are they just going to sit back and watch WhatsApp become the AI hub?
They're definitely feeling the pressure. Like, imagine if you could only access this powerful AI through WhatsApp.
Right. It would become the must-have app.
Yeah. And all the other platforms would be scrambling to catch up.
So what are their options? What can they do?
Well, they could try to develop their own AI solutions.
Like, start from scratch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's a massive undertaking, would take a ton of time and resources.
I bet.
Or they could partner with existing AI providers.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like team up with Google or Microsoft and integrate those solutions into their platforms.
Mm. So it's kind of a race now, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's a race to see who can offer the best AI experience.
But it's not just about adding any chatbot, right?
You know, it's much more than that. They have to consider data privacy, figure out how to get people to actually use it, and it's got to be affordable. It's a whole new ball game.
Okay, so before we get too deep into that, I just want to remind everyone that you can catch this deep dive on YouTube, Spotify, and Amazon.
Oh, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Right. Subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest in AI. Okay, so back to the challenges. It's not as simple as just flipping a switch and adding AI, right?
Oh, no, not at all. One of the biggest hurdles is going to be getting people to actually use it.
I see what you mean. Like, people are used to messaging apps being for, well, messaging.
Right, like texting friends and family.
So how do they convince people to start using AI in those same apps?
It has to be intuitive and actually valuable.
What do you mean?
Well, the AI can't just be a gimmick. It has to be genuinely helpful.
Yeah, okay.
Like, what if it could anticipate what you need, help you schedule appointments, or even translate languages on the fly?
Oh, that'll be cool.
That's the kind of stuff that could really make people embrace AI in their messaging apps.
And then there's the big one,
Mm.
the elephant in the room, data privacy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a huge concern with messaging apps already.
Right.
And adding AI into the mix, it just amplifies those concerns.
Yeah, people are going to want to know that their conversations with AI are private
Absolutely. Companies are going to have to be super transparent about how they use data.
and maybe even implement new security measures.
Yeah, probably. That's a big responsibility.
So we've got OpenAI shaking things up, pushing everyone else to innovate.
Mhm.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, it's like we're on the cusp of a major shift in how we interact with technology.
Like messaging apps are already a huge part of our lives.
Yeah.
And now they have the potential to be even more powerful.
Right, more versatile.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it really is. And it's not just messaging apps. This could have ripple effects across the entire tech landscape.
Oh, I bet. Social media, e-commerce, even healthcare.
Yeah, you name it. AI could touch it all.
Okay, so before we dive into those ripple effects, let's take a quick break.
You know, it's interesting to think about how this could impact other industries,
Yeah, for sure.
like customer service.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine instead of waiting on hold, you could just get instant support from an AI chatbot on WhatsApp.
Oh man, that would be a game changer, especially if it actually worked.
Yeah, like if it could actually understand your problem.
And you didn't have to repeat yourself a million times.
Exactly. And think about it for small businesses.
Oh yeah, good point.
They could offer like 247 customer support.
Without having to hire a huge team.
Right. It could really level the playing field.
But wouldn't that mean job losses for customer service reps?
Yeah, that is a concern. It's something we need to be mindful of as AI becomes more integrated into our lives.
Right.
But AI can also create new jobs and opportunities.
True.
We might see a shift towards roles that require more creativity and problem solving, more human interaction.
So it's not necessarily replacing humans. It's more like freeing us up to focus on more complex tasks.
Exactly. And think about the benefits for people with disabilities.
Oh, yeah.
AI-powered customer service could be incredibly empowering for people who have difficulty communicating.
That's a really good point. Accessibility is often overlooked in these conversations.
It's crucial. And it goes beyond customer service, too. We could see AI transforming healthcare, education, even how we interact with our cities.
Okay, now you're getting me excited about the future. But let's not get too carried away. There are some potential downsides, too.
No, absolutely. We need to be careful about bias in these systems.
Yeah, for sure.
And we need to be aware of the potential for misuse, like spreading misinformation.
Right, it's a powerful tool. It could be used for good or bad.
Exactly. So it's really important to have these conversations about AI.
Make sure it's developed and used responsibly.
And those conversations need to involve everyone, not just tech experts.
Yeah, policymakers, ethicists, everyday people.
Right. We all need to be a part of shaping this future.
So what do you think? Will OpenAI's move spark a wave of investment in AI?
It's definitely possible. There's already a ton of interest in AI.
And now, with ChatGPT being so accessible.
Yeah, I think we could see even more investment pouring into the industry.
So potentially a flood of new AI startups.
Exactly. All competing to create the next big thing.
And that competition could lead to some amazing breakthroughs.
It could. We might see AI tools that help us solve some of the world's most pressing problems.
Oh, wow.
Like climate change or disease.
That's pretty inspiring. But I also wonder, with AI developing so quickly, will some people get left behind?
That's a great question. And it's something we need to address as a society. We need to make sure the benefits of AI are shared widely.
So no one gets left behind.
Exactly. We need to invest in digital literacy programs and make technology more accessible for everyone.
It sounds like a lot of work ahead.
It is, but it's important work.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. I want to talk about AI in the creative industries.
Oh, yeah. AI-generated music, art, literature. It's a fascinating area.
But some people are worried that AI could devalue human creativity.
I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
Yeah, okay.
Like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
Right.
Ultimately, it's up to human artists and creators to decide how they use it.
So it's not about AI replacing human creativity. It's about AI enhancing it.
Exactly. AI can be a collaborator, helping artists explore new ideas and push the boundaries.
I'm excited to see what happens in that space.
Okay.
But let's bring it back to messaging apps.
Okay.
Do you think AI-powered messaging apps will become the norm?
I think it's very likely.
Really?
Yeah, they're just too convenient. And as AI technology gets better, these apps are going to become even more integrated into our lives.
So imagine a future where instead of scrolling through social media, we're having meaningful conversations with AI assistants.
And those AI assistants can help us learn and grow.
That's a pretty compelling vision.
It is, and I think it's within our reach. If we approach AI with a sense of purpose.
I like that. AI with a purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a great place to wrap up this part of our deep dive. All right, welcome back to the show. So we've talked about AI and messaging, customer service, even the creative world.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
But there's one area we haven't touched on yet. Education.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
AI has the potential to completely change the way we learn.
Totally. Like, imagine every student having a personalized AI tutor.
Whoa, hold on. Break that down for me.
Okay, so imagine a tutor that can adapt to each student's learning style, their pace, their interests.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It could identify where a student is struggling,
And then what?
and then it could offer them specific exercises and feedback.
So it's like a customized learning experience for every student.
Exactly. It could make learning more engaging, more efficient.
And more accessible for everyone.
Right.
But what about teachers?
Yeah, good question.
Would they even be needed in this AI-powered world?
I don't think so. I see AI as a tool, something that can help teachers, not replace them.
Okay, I like that.
Teachers bring so much more to the classroom than just delivering information.
Yeah, they're mentors, they guide students, they provide support.
Right? They create a sense of community. AI can't do that.
So AI could free up teachers to focus on those human aspects of education.
Exactly. They could spend less time grading papers and more time actually connecting with their students.
Fostering their creativity,
Yeah,
helping them develop critical thinking skills.
exactly. It could be a win-win for everyone. But of course, there are potential downsides.
Yeah, like what?
Well, one concern is that these AI systems could make existing inequalities worse,
Oh, yeah.
especially if they're not designed carefully.
We don't want a system where only privileged students have access to the best AI learning tools,
Exactly. We need to make sure these systems are accessible to all students.
regardless of their background.
Right. We need to work towards a more equitable education system. It's a complex issue, for sure.
Yeah, no easy answers.
But one thing's for sure, AI has the power to transform education.
And it's up to us to make sure it's used for good.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive. We've explored so many facets of AI, from messaging to education. It's both exciting and a little scary, to be honest.
I know what you mean. It's like we're standing at the edge of something huge.
The future of AI is in our hands.
It really is.
So let's make sure we use it wisely to create a future that benefits everyone.
Absolutely.
Well, that's about it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us. And remember, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep imagining the possibilities.
We'll see you next time.